Hello students, good noon. Myself Nidhi Ghetia from Faculty of Pharmacy, Dr. Subhas Technical Campus. Today we study our new subject, that is Pharmacognosy and Phytochemistry 2. So its code, that is BP 503 TP. Okay, so in this subject we learn our first unit, that is metabolic pathways and in higher plants and their determination. Okay, so today's our study of the content, that is introduction of the metabolic pathway, basic metabolite pathway, and then role of enzymes and role of coenzymes. Okay, so now we get the first introduction of the pharmacognosy, because we study the pharmacognosy. So as we know that pharmacognosy, that is derived from the Greek word. So both two words are the combined and making the one word, that is pharmakon and gnosis. So pharmakon means a drug and gnosis means knowledge. Okay, so in brief, pharmacognosy means the both two words are combined and making the one word, that is knowledge of the drug. Pharmacognosy means the knowledge of the drug. So it is a study of the drug that originated in the plants and animal kingdom. Okay, all are in natural basis. Okay, so pharmacognosy is a branch of the pharmacy which deals with the basic resource of the medicine from nature, like plants and animals, and their use as a medicament from ancient time to present days. Okay, so pharmacognosy is a branch of the pharmacy which is completely deals with the basic resource of the medicine from the nature. Okay, it depends on the nature, like plants and animals, and their use as a medicinal purpose, their use as a medicinal purpose from ancient time, like thousands years ago to present day. Okay, ancient time to present day, 1000 years ago and now present days. Pharmacognosy is a use, like herbal drugs are used as a medicament purpose, medicinal purpose. Okay, so now we study our main topic, that is basic metabolic pathway. So metabolite pathway comprise of series of the chemical reaction which occurs inside the cells. Okay, metabolic pathway are performed inside the cells. That is a chemical reaction which occurs inside the cells. Okay, so the reactants product or the intermediates which are formed as a result of this enzymatic reaction are called as a metabolites. Okay, so a metabolic pathway, that is a enzymatic reaction, depends on the enzymes and coenzymes. Okay, so these enzymes typically needs to dietary minerals, vitamins, and different cofactors like coenzymes. Okay, so mainly two types of the metabolites. First, that is a primary, and second one, that is a secondary metabolite. So primary metabolite, so in this primary metabolites consider as a basic plant constituent. Okay, consider depends on the basic plant's constituent, primary metabolites, primary plant metabolite. Okay, so these are the simple in nature, simple in structure, and they do not having a biological or pharmacological activity associated with the primary plant metabolite. Okay, that's a structure that is a simplest, not a complex structure, that having a simplest structure, and they do not having the biological and pharmacological activity with associated with the primary plants metabolites. Okay, so they also utilized by the plants for building up their body and responsible for the physiological functioning of the plant's body. Okay, it's performed in a plant's body. So utilized by the plant for building up their body. Okay, growing up the plant, this metabolism procedure are follows. So also utilized by the plants for building up their body and responsible for the physiological functioning of the plant's body. Okay, like examples like starch, chlorophyll, then calcium oxalate crystals, then cellulose and gelatin. Okay, so the pathways and chain of the reaction through which the mention and the compounds are synthesized of produced in the plant are known as the basic metabolic pathways. Okay, So the pathways and chain of the reaction through which the mentioned the compounds are synthesized or produce in the plants. Okay, any synthesis or chemical reaction occurs in a plant's body that's are known as the metabolic pathways. Metabolic pathways. Okay, so degradation of the carbohydrate and sugar. Okay, degradation of the carbohydrate and sugar generally proceed via the well characterized pathways that is known as the glycoside and Krebs cycle, either citric acid cycle and tricarboxylic acid cycle. Okay, so this is a degradation of the carbohydrate and sugar generally. Okay, so these are three pathways, two pathways are performed for the degradation of the carbohydrate, which is release the energy from the organic compound by oxidation reaction. Okay, so that oxidation reaction, degradation of the carbohydrate, generate the any free energy and release that by the oxidation procedure. So oxidation of the fatty acid from the fats by the sequence, that's called the beta oxidation, and that's also provide the energy. Okay, any process of the beta oxidation are performed in their body or fatty acids for the degradation or oxidation process that release the energy. Okay, so their beta oxidation also provide the energy to the plant's body. Okay, now we study the secondary metabolite. So the secondary metabolites, secondary plants metabolites were biosynthesized from the primary plant metabolite, which discuss in a primary plant metabolites. Okay, primary plant metabolites are the basic structure, basic plant metabolite, and now secondary plant metabolite that is depends on the primary plant metabolite. Okay, so secondary plant metabolites are basically potent in their action and then are associated with the marked pharmacological action on the human bodies. Okay, so secondary metabolites are basically potent in their action because they are having a complex like structure. Okay, and then associated with the marked pharmacological action, it's having the pharmacological action and action on the human bodies. Okay, and then these are also known as the active constituent, determine the important role in the process of biosynthesis. Secondary plant metabolites are used in a biosynthesis process. Okay, and secondary plant metabolites, that is a flow chart of the secondary plant metabolite. First fatty acid converts the fat and then convert the glycerate and then amino acid. Amino acids, that is a main constituent. Okay, and then erythrols, that is directly converted in a glyceride from the photosynthesis procedure with CO2. Then starch convert in a glucose, and glucose convert in a fructose. Fructose are convert in a glycerate and making the amino acid. Okay, so middle product, that is a glycerate, and then last product from every constituent, that is amino acid. Okay, so now we study the formation of the amino acid, like photosynthesis process making the first primary metabolite. Okay, primary metabolite after making the secondary metabolite, and then phenolic structure, then chalcones, then flavonoids, and then dihydroflavins, and after they making the flavonols. Okay, and so after the photosynthesis process and making the primary metabolites. So primary metabolites are making the four constituents, that is lipids, carbohydrates, and proteins and chlorophylls. Okay, and then after primary metabolism, they convert, they do the further process, that is secondary metabolite, and making the three components, that is terpenoid and alkaloids and cyanogenic glycoside. Okay, they making the three products, that is terpenoids, alkaloids, and cyanogenic glycoside. And after secondary metabolites, they having the phenolic, then making the two constituents, that is first one, that is a coumarin, and second one, that is a phenolic acid. Phenolic acid taking a reaction part and making the lignin. Okay, then further convert phenolics are converted in a chalcone and making the flavanones. Then flavanones are making the dihydroflavanones and also isoflavonones. Okay, isoflavonols also convert in a petrocarpines and comstant. Okay, then dihydroflavonones are making the two constituent, that the first one that is of flavanols and the second one that is of flavonoids. Okay, so flavonoids are making the two constituent, that is a anthocyanins cyanins and condensed tannin. Okay, tannins are generated from the flavonoids. Okay, so this is a formation of the amino acid. Okay, so this is a pathway of the formation of the amino acid. Now we study the formation of the amino plant secondary plant metabolites. Formation of the secondary plant metabolite. Okay, so secondary plant metabolites are not essential for the growth and tend to be strain specific. Okay, so they having a wide range of the chemical structure and biological activities. Secondary plant metabolites is having a wide range of the chemical structure because they generate the complex chemical structure, and it's also having the biological pharmacological activities in their structure. Okay, so they are derived by the unique biosynthetic pathways from primary metabolites and intermediates. Okay, they having the derived by the unique biosynthetic pathways. Okay, they generate the biosynthetic pathways from the primary metabolites and with using the primary metabolites and intermediates. So biochemical pathways that are not having for growth or reproduction of the organisms, but which can be demonstrated genetically or physiologically or biochemically. Okay, biochemical pathways that are not necessary for the growth or reproduction of the organisms, but which can be demonstrated by genetically, physiologically or biochemically. Okay, so this is a formation of the secondary plants metabolite. It's having a essential secondary plant metabolites are the not essential for the growth and tend of the strain specific. Okay, not are the any specific strain growth. Okay, and then having a wide range in chemical structure, and also they having a biological activity. Then few important points from the primary and secondary metabolism. Okay, so all the organisms needs to transfer and interconvert a vast number of the organic compound to enable them to live and grow and reproduce. So all organisms needs to provide themselves with energy in the form of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, and supply of the building blocks to construct their own tissues. Okay, all organism needs to provide themselves with energy. Okay, so the energy are gives from like ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and supplies the building blocks to construct their own tissues. Okay, and integrated network of enzymes and medicated and carefully regulated chemical reaction in used for the purpose, like collectively referred to intermediary metabolism, and pathways involved are termed metabolic pathways. Okay, so integrated network of the enzyme and medicated are carefully regulated chemical reaction, and this chemical reaction, this use purpose collectively referred as the intermediary metabolism. Okay, intermediary metabolism, and the pathways involve the term as a metabolic pathway. Okay, pathway having a metabolism procedure, so that's also having name, that is a metabolic pathways. Okay, so few important points of the secondary metabolism. So the compounds which synthesized from the secondary metabolism are called the secondary metabolism. Okay, so secondary metabolites are forms in one only specific organism or groups of the organism are expressed of the individually of species. Okay, secondary metabolites are formed in a only specific organism, okay, or groups of the organisms, or also express of the individual of the any specific species. Okay, not every species but specific species they are having a secondary metabolites. Okay, so secondary metabolites are not necessary produced under all condition, and in the vast majority of the cases the function of these compounds and their benefits to the organisms is not yet known. Okay, their compounds are not known, and their function that also not known, and their beneficial of the organism also they are not known condition. Okay, so secondary metabolites are not necessary to produce under all condition, and in the vast majority of the cases the function of these compounds are their benefit to the organisms is not yet known. Okay, and this area of secondary metabolism that provides the most of the pharmacological activity that natural products. Okay, most convert it is a area of the secondary metabolism that provides the most of the pharmacological activity active natural products. Okay, so like example like sugar, waxes, lignin, starch, then pigments, and then alkaloids. Plant utilize very specific enzymes, then each of which catalyze specific metabolism reaction, and then the enzymes are proteins also called the organic catalysts. Okay, then the classes of the secondary plant metabolites. So mainly the majority of the secondary metabolites belongs to the one of the number of families, each of which have particular structure then characteristic arising from their way in which they are built up in nature. Okay, majority of the secondary metabolites belongs to one of the number of families, each of which having a particular structure characteristic arising from the way in which they are built up in nature. Okay, so classification of the secondary plant metabolite, mainly 6 class here, 5 class. First one, that is a polycateide and fatty acid. Then second one, that is a phenylpropanide. Then third one, that is a terpenoids and steroids, and other that is alkaloids and others. Okay, so 5 class of the secondary plant metabolite. First one, that is a polycateide and fatty acid. Then terpenoids and steroids, and then phenylpropanide and alkaloids and others. Okay. Now we shall study the enzymes, role of enzymes in biological pathway. Okay, biological or metabolic pathways. So enzyme are the protein catalyst. They increase the rate of the chemical reaction without themselves being a change in their overall process. Okay, enzyme that's having a protein based catalysts. Okay, they do not having a part in the reaction, but they increase the rate of the speed of their chemical reaction with themselves being a change in their overall process. Okay, without themselves being a change in their overall process, because they do not having a part in their process, because they only increase the rate of their reaction. Okay, examples like oxidase, aldose and kinase. Okay, oxidase of enzymes that oxidoreductase. Okay, that is involves the oxidation in reduction process, and they further divides into subclass. Now we study the properties of the enzymes. So enzymes are made up of the proteins. Okay, as we know that enzymes are made up of the proteins. Then they have molecular weight ranging from 10,000 to 2 lakhs. Okay, enzymes are heat liable. Then it is a dialysable. Then enzymes remain the unchanged after reaction. Then enzymes are specific. Each enzyme usually catalyze only one reaction, and many enzymes needs to cofactor in order to their functions. Okay, so this is the properties of the enzyme. Now we study the classification of the enzymes. So mainly 6 class of the enzymes. First one, that is oxidoreductase. So oxidoreductase, they involve in oxidation of the and reduction of the reaction. Okay, oxidation and reduction in their process we divide further subgroups like oxidoreductase, then O2 oxidoreductase and H2O2 oxidoreductase. Okay, so these three are the subclass of the oxidoreductase. Then transferase. So they transfer the functional group easily. Okay, transferase enzyme are easily movable or transfer the any functional groups from their structure. Okay, increase the chemical reaction rate. Then hydrolase, they transfer the easily to water. Okay, they transfer the water, so that easily transfer the water molecule to their chemical structure. Then lysis, they add and remove the elements. Any elements are removed or adding, they are easily from presence of the lysis enzyme. Then isomerase, they catalyze rearrangement of the atom within the molecule. Okay, this is a isomerase, that is a catalyze. There are rearrangement of the atom within the molecule. And then ligase, that is helps to join two molecules. Ligase are used for the join two molecules in the structure. They helps to join two molecules because they easily attach the two molecules. In their ligase are present in our chemical reaction, then atoms are easily movable or joined with because they easily making the ligands. Okay. So now we study the role of the coenzyme. First we study the role of the enzyme. Now we study the coenzyme. Okay, role of the coenzyme. So coenzymes are organic non-protein molecules that bind with the protein molecules to form the active enzymes. Okay, non-protein molecules and then bind and making the active enzymes. So coenzyme are organic non-protein molecule to bind with the proteins molecule and forms the active enzyme. Okay, so coenzymes are small in a size. Their size is small, and then they cannot catalyze a reaction by themselves, but they can help to enzyme to do. Okay, so their examples like thiamine, then thiamine pyrophosphate, then FAD, then pantothiamic acid. Okay, so these three are the example of the coenzymes. Now properties of the coenzymes, that is coenzyme are heat stable. Okay, heat stable. Then they having a lower molecular weights of the substance because they structure that is a non-active. Okay, non-active process are follows, and after the protein binding and making in a active form, non-active form are the coenzymes. That's why their molecular weight are the lower. Okay, so the coenzymes combine loosely with the enzymes molecule, and so the coenzymes can be separate easily by the dialysis. Okay, it's separate the easily from the enzymes. Okay, then when the reaction is completed, the coenzymes is released from the apoenzyme and goes the some other reaction sites. Okay, reaction are completed, then coenzyme are easily removed from the enzymes. Okay, apoenzyme, that is an enzyme, and goes the some other reaction. Okay, so coenzyme are perform the many different reaction. Okay, so this is the properties of the coenzyme. First one, that is a heat stable, second one, that is a lower molecular weight, and then third one, that is a combined loosely with enzyme molecule, and then coenzyme can be separated easily by dialysis process, and then after the completion of the reaction they are easily released and go to the some other place and making the another reaction site. Okay, now we study the biosynthesis of the coenzyme. So biosynthesis is one of the very important basic metabolic activity of the plants through which the food material for consumption of the plants are manufactured from plant's body. Okay, this is a biosynthesis is one of the very important basic metabolic activity of the plants through which the food materials for consumption of the plants are manufactured from plant's body. So in this process of photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide which is present in the air is converted into carbohydrates in the presence of the sunlight. Okay, because the photosynthesis process, first carbon dioxide which is present in the air, okay, and then convert into carbohydrates because the sunlight are present. So CO2 plus H2O. Okay, then in the photosynthesis process are follows there, and chlorophyll, that is an enzyme, coenzyme. Okay, and then making the carbohydrate, that is a CH2O, and one O2 are removable. Okay, release. Okay, so now today we study the three topics, that is introduction of the basic metabolic pathway, second one, that is the role of the enzymes, and third one, that is the role of the coenzyme. So thank you to all.